And you can't have that passive aggressiveness towards your teammates or even directed towards them, because there are things in that game that were just plain wrong at the very beginning, starting with Kiwi Kid not even purchasing items, right? So it's like, how does that like tie into everything? How do you have confidence in your teammate if he can't even buy items at the start of the game, and you're going like, okay, do I need to worry about this guy when I really need to worry about myself?
Exactly.
In these scenarios, you shouldn't have to focus on your other teammates. You should have confidence in them and trust. And as that starts to diminish, you start having trust in yourself and believing in your own ability.
And when you take a look at a team like Phoenix 1, on the other hand, after all that this team has been through over the first few weeks of the split, you've got to imagine that this team trusts each other by now. As we have entered into picks and bans for game number 2, Phoenix 1 looking to close out with a quick 2-0. NRG looking to bring us back to a game 3 and hopefully an eventual second win over Phoenix 1 to secure that head-to-head. But with these bans, you can see Zig is going to have his Shen banned away, and Quas immediately is going to get that Alawi banned away. However, Phoenix 1 also showing adaption and ban Rek'Sai away for that first pick.
Yeah, you can see so much was dropped off here from the pick ban. There's only 2 champions that were repeated, and that's Azir and Hecarim. 4 other things go through: Vladimir, Victor, Gangplank, Talia. Of course, you'll probably only see about 2 of those make it through here and actually picked up, but they were strangle bans, and it didn't mean anything at the end of the day because Pyrion showed that he is willing to play the Malzahar.
Yeah, but once again, though, NRG first picking that Karma. We saw GBM take it in the previous game, but we'll see if that goes to Kiwi Kid or GBM this time around, as GBM has really been taking more of a utility role for the team over these past few weeks.
Yeah, GBM has kind of taken a back seat and enabled a lot of his teammates, but it hasn't worked out the way that they would hoped it would. He'll play things like the Karma. He played it previously, even last split, but they need a hard carry, and OQ hasn't been stepping up as much. Quas, I mean, he will step up, but then at that point, it's just what Gate said. One person will fire, and they'll go off, but you need more than one person to carry the game. This game is a team game now, and there's been an emphasis on that lately, that you win as a team. You don't win off of a single individual. You have to set them up.
Well, Vladimir and Evelyn are a great way to do that. Very possible to get that Evelyn snowballing and deny those macro movements that Phoenix 1 were trying to make, or should I say successfully making, in game number 1.
When your backs are against the walls and you're facing the team that is very close to catching you in the standings, you're going to have to bring out all the stops here, because we talk about how the tiebreakers head-to-head and then game record, those are both incredibly close. If P1 win this game in 2-0, I believe they're either tied in game record or they're at least 1 game away from each other. It's very close in terms of win-loss.
Graves and Rise, though, are going to be the picks for NRG. Going to try to shut Phoenix 1 down and keep them locked into that lower portion of the standings. But right now, with Malzahar being hovered, Pyrion will have none of that. That Nether Grasp going to be shutting some folks down, as Mash probably going to be looking at his AD carry. Save that counter pick for Zig to deal with Quas at some point. And now 20 seconds left for Phoenix 1. We'll see what that first pickup is going to be. And looks like they're going with the Malzahar Sivir. So it might be Phoenix 1 going for the good old-fashioned Zerg composition. Sort of a callback to their first few weeks in the LCS, when that was really the only thing they saw success on.
And it's honestly rather entertaining here, because now they have the counter to the Sivir with the Braum on their own side, and then they have the Malzahar. And the Malzahar is a fantastic pick, and okay.
Yeah. Going for the Twitch here. You talked about how it's been banned away from him. When he has gone off, it's been on Twitch.
Yeah, and up against Sivir, it's actually a rather good matchup. She doesn't really have too many things to spell shield. He's mostly auto-attack damage, so they're going to need a front line, and there it is, because they have Santorin on that Graves. They just need Quas go back to his roots.
See what you did there. Gate, ever the crowd pleaser, giving us a hover. This is going to be the final pick for Zig, though. He's going to have to deal with that Maokai in the top lane. And the pressure is on. You can see Zig is smiling right now. He's still got 30 seconds to lock it in. So we'll see what he decides to go for. Trundle is still available. but might just return back to that Gnar. He's had some pretty fantastic performances on those Gnars. So Zig returning back towards that top lane. With that,
these have been the two champions that he's really gravitated towards, is the Shen as well as the Gnar. And up against the Maokai, it's the old school counter matchup that we would see all the time, is you would pick it into the Maokai because he can't really do anything about it early on, and he doesn't get sap magic charges because Gnar doesn't cast spells in lane.
They're passives. Just tossing boomerangs and trying to get that hyper frenzy. So, NRG, very strong composition if they can manage to group up as 5 and push someone down. But Phoenix 1, on the other hand, going to look to disengage with a bit of Gragas and Braum and keep their carries safe. A bit more precarious for them.
And it's actually really interesting that P1 are picking Alawi and Malzahar, sorry, not Alawi, sorry. NRG are picking Alawi, and then we're seeing a lot of Malzahar here. So both teams, they're bringing things out that we saw Immortals bring out, but I think that everybody is just kind of slowly exploring more, going into this territory that was like, we played 6-13 before, right? It's like, not like Malzahar is anything completely new, but hey, looks like he's going to be able to hold up now, and I want to see how P1 do, because they are focused more on the rundown, getting Purian ahead, and then Purian running away with the assassinations, because if he can actually land on Twitch, the CC to stop him is Maokai.
Snare? Oh yeah, I guess that's the only one. Well, Malzahar is going to be feeling pretty good for himself, Purian, as he gets ready to load onto the Rift here. And Phoenix 1 rising from the very bottom of the standings, continuing to push forward, one Baron away from beating CLG as well. Looking very strong these past few weeks, whereas NRG, on the other hand, they've been having a bit of a crisis of faith, trying to keep pace with some of these teams.
Yeah, and right now these teams may be looking at, relegation standings, and you want the best possible standing and get yourself away from where Echo Fox is right now. You can put 2 games between yourself and them, or 2 matches with 5 left to play after this one for yourself. Then, yeah, that's a great position to be in. I think that Phoenix 1, they still have playoff aspirations. They'd have to climb up over Apex and CLG, which it's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But this is where they start.
It would only be fitting if Phoenix 1 were to climb up over Apex. That was the first team they were actually able to defeat in a match setting. But as you can see, we have loaded onto the Rift. It's NRG versus Phoenix 1. Game number 1 went over to Phoenix 1 in quite a convincing fashion. And now in game number 2, NRG get the opportunity to reset, to collect themselves and recover, and try to bring us to that game 3. So we'll see if they can do it. So far, looks like we are seeing standard setup. Both duo laners are on that bottom side of the map, but there are a few pings going out, as looks like OQ and Kiwi Kid are heading towards that top side, while Mash and Gate stay down towards the bottom and look for later invade.
Seeing typical masteries here, except that is a Strength of Ages for the Graves. The Thunderlord's Graves is really squishy, relies on the burst. Got to talk with Dardoch about it as well, and he's like, yeah, Strength of Ages is the Graves that can actually like 1v2, and Thunderlords is the gank assist, just kind of drive by, I blow this person up, and then I get on with my life and get on with my jungling. But this is more of the actual team fighting build, as opposed to the pick.
NRG looking for the delayed invade, tossing some vision over the wall. They are going to be able to spot the rest of Phoenix 1, trying to clear out that Gromp, and Phoenix 1 immediately back away and head towards lane. Mash takes a big hit.
Gate wants to run up to these minions, get him some executes, and get him some HP back so that they can maybe fight, but
They're
gotta be
trying to
careful.
collapse. Heal used by Mash and exhaust as well.
Gotta get that last auto off.
Spells. OQ gets traded back on. He's still sitting on his own heal now. Oh, Kiwi Kid is going to eat a lot of damage. Gate in the front is doing a lot of work right here while OQ is stacking up this poison.
That's the manliest Braum I have ever seen.
Yeah.
He's just in their faces. He knows his limits. He wants to rush level 2 now. There's no Ricochet here. A lot of times you'll see Ricochet starts with the Boomerang Blade. And Ricochet would have been the faster stun too. But now he's going to flash for it.
Mash answers with his own heal to chase. He's trying to proc it. Mash. Oh, it's burning down. Oh, 16-8. What? Oh my
1
God.
HP.
1 health away from first blood, and Mash escapes.
And OQ on this Twitch, he has lane dominance now. It's a great matchup for him, but at the same time, those brawls early, no summoner spells, it's going to be a jungler's paradise down here.
Yeah, we'll see if Santorin or Inori head down there. Currently, first gank is going to go to Inori, trying to find GBM once again, but he's playing nice and defensive. And is just going to be able to clear out those minions. So after that early excitement, I think things are going to slow down just a little bit.
You sure? I don't want them to. I feel like this game could get really heated really quickly. I think that if Zig starts playing this lane a little bit further up, but he's still playing against Quas in the same way that he was before, where he's just trying to survive. That's his main objective right now. And Furion, on the other hand, just has this gigantic wave. So I think this bottom lane is where the action is going to happen. I think that we're going to see, with those summoner spells down, a little bit more help there and more focus from the junglers.
We'll have to keep an eye on them. As 4 minutes in, Scuttle Crab now going to be secured by Inori.
Mash is... sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's actually going for a double invade to help out Inori. And as you said, Mash, all by himself in that bottom lane.
Yep, kind of getting his wave frozen on.
It's not great.
Yeah, he even walked towards Scuttle Crab to try and do something, but it looks like OQ may hit level 4 before Mash hits 3. He's very close. Kiwi Kid looking for the roam. Nope, not even going to go for it. Walks over the ward. You see him. And yeah, it's OQ hitting that 4. If this Twitch hits 6, and that flash is halfway, well, it'll be about 8 minutes or so, so it'll probably be back up.
Yeah, OQ going to...
Oh, he's not even going to wait for that stuff, is boy.
Look for the aggression. Just try to zone Mash away. Mash went absolutely huge in that previous game. As we said, opening up nearly a 5,000 gold lead. Inori, though, looking for a deep ward, is going to be caught by the tether. Point-and-click snare for GBM. Catches him despite the flash. Ignite burning down. He's at 210 health. Make that 100. First blood, GBM.
And GBM on the rise, gets that first blood, uses his ghost, gets a flash for it as well. And Kiwi Kid with the roam there. That was really interesting because Kiwi Kid, this was an old Annie special of his where he walks up towards Tribrush. He makes sure it's not warded. So they've been completely pushing up. They've been freezing and making sure that there's nothing in there. And then he just roams there. So you don't know if he's just sitting in that bush and he's going to come back to that lane or if he's roaming and he ends up roaming here. GBM gets the point-and-click route even though the flash goes off from Inori. And then he's still able to pick him up. The Ignite gives them vision, allows them to continue seeing where he is in the bush and following up.
The old Kiwi Kid special paying off for NRG. As so far, they're looking to be off to a much better start than their previous game, which also was a relatively slow start to the game, but Phoenix 1 were able to open it up by maneuvering around Santorin. However, we are seeing a CS lead open up.
Ooh.
I think he was able to dodge the vision there.
That is the most ninja fat man I've ever seen. He's waiting for his body slam cooldown, and it is up now. He's got to wait for that.
Yeah.
Positioning. Got to wait for the
Mash
positioning.
has his skill back up. Gate.
Oh!
2 points.
There was a point where he'd actually used the Karma Shield to get OQ in. It was pretty much right as Inori went over. Maybe they could have gone in and gotten some summoner spells, but they try to go for the big play, and it's just a big fumble.
Yep. Santorin, though, invading, seeing that Inori on the other side of the map is going to steal away some camps.
This is a much more proactive play from NRG. They're going to make the play that they didn't make last game. Quas has the point-and-click route. He's going to go for it.
Yeah, Zig. Whoa, it's a huge amount of damage as Quas gets the kill.
Yep. GBM able to roam up there, and now Inori has to answer on the other side of the map, but they have teleport available.
Okay.
No pink wards.
Gate just flashed onto OQ. They don't have any vision. They're trying to find it. They've actually got him. Exhaust. There goes the boomerang. They're able to get the kill in answer.
Yeah, they get the answer, the counter kill, but they have to have these minions go to waste. And look at this. Here comes Purion. Purion has flash. He also has his ultimate. If he can get Kiwi Kid, they're going to come out Barely on top, and
Ooh, Flash gets him away from the Nether Grasp and that suppression. Kiwi Kid escapes with his life, but that allows Mash to catch back up in CS and experience.
Yeah, Mash will catch up. He'll be able to shove this wave. TP from Zig goes to the top side, so he tries to miss a little bit less, but they do give up the red buff that Santorin is able to sneak away, as well as that whole top side jungle.
Yeah, he's still up there. Doesn't have any mana, though, so going to have to go for a recall. Here's that dive again.
Yeah, really well executed here. GBM is on his way up here, and it looks like he's not needed. It's just kind of the confidence. This is the dive they should have gone for last game. It's a little harder to pull off because they would have had to use the body slam accurately. But with this, the point-and-click route, the follow-up from the Graves, pretty simple for them to actually pull it off.
Yeah, eating those auto attacks from such close range. Still surprising to see that damage out of a jungler, but Graves, very good at it.
Oh, yeah,
shreds him down.
Especially when you start prioritizing like Longsword and the Berserker's Greaves early on. It's a little bit more damage than you expect, and a lot of people will play against Graves when he was still buying Swifties, right? Even though Berserker's Greaves was like a very it was almost a minor like attack speed upgrade, but the fact that he's buying them now and he wasn't before is just a flat 35% attack speed upgrade than when you would normally see Graves. So he just feels a lot better now. His damage output is decently high, and yeah, he can transition rather well into those mid-late game fights.
Yeah, Santorin's doing a really good job so far in this early game. He's up 17 CS ahead of Inori, who's been spending a long time prioritizing this bottom side of the map. And Santorin's been successfully able to punish him for it by opening up that advantage. Though it is even in levels between the two jungles, we'll have to keep an eye on their gank paths. Aspirion is now going to be gifted over this blue buff. Uh-oh, the Patience is actually resetting on it. There it goes. They're still able to secure it.
All the minions.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they mess with the Patience. When you're getting flooded, you get a little bit impatient.
Inori and Santorin, like ships in the night, will spot each other and clear out their wards.
Now it's more like just putting love letters in the mailbox. It's like, oh, I take your ward, I'll leave, and now you pick it up and take that ward, and I'll leave.
They've got a correspondence going on.
But do they know it's the other one?
I would
plot to shop around the corner, as
Yeah.
well as she loves me.
Gate and Kiwi Kid leaving wards for each other on the bottom side of the map as well.
I
Going
guess
to continue farming it up.
you got mail as well. Sorry.
Yeah. Whoa, Santorin rushes forward. There goes the Defiance. Ooh, able to catch the poison. Gate soaks the hit, and Santorin's not able to get in range.
Yeah.
Phoenix 1 are safe.
Nash also gets a little bit of mana back there from the spell shield. A good job all around there for the bottom lane to avoid the gank and waste some of Santorin's time. But ultimately, Inori's not going to get much for it except for a safe back where his laners don't die. Which is sometimes what a jungler asks for most.
Mm-hmm. Just one safe recall.
Just don't die.
That's like all of my dynamic Q games. just don't die, and we can win the game. But right now, Phoenix 1, about 1,000 gold behind, maybe 800, 750. As we're starting to see pretty big advantage opening up in that jungle. Santorin tearing ahead of Inori. And despite being down in CS, that kill on GBM is actually putting him ahead in gold over Purian.
Yeah.
So NRG feeling much better about this early game than compared to the previous one, though it is still relatively slow pace.
Yeah, we haven't seen much action either. I feel as though P1 still have a decent amount of pick available to them with the ultimate from Purian, which he has not utilized, as well as his low cooldown summoner spell in Ghost.
But seeing some...
But as OQ hits item thresholds, he just gets even scarier. So Inori going to make another visit down bottom. Was not spotted on his way here, I believe. But,
now he was.
Jigs up. Underneath the turret, we're going to see some TPs here.
Maybe. Flash engage. They found OQ. He's stunned and exhausted. They get the kill. Teleport completed from Zig, but so too by Quas. That's 2 kills. And that's going to be Phoenix 1 trading 1 for 2.
But there's also a fight that was going on in the mid lane. They actually traded back and forth. Saw summer spells.
Oh, they're trying to dive on the Quas.
If Zig can get a good Gnar here.
Oh, he stuns him against the turret. Here comes Santorin, though. That's going to be a lot of damage on that Grave. Santorin races forward. They hop out. Ooh, not quite able to get the kill. Sapling
Oh, Quas is in range of Pyrion. Pyrion, though,
Oh, he flashes out. Pyrion tries to kite it away. Oh, no, and Nori pulls him back in. And he's going to be locked down by Santorin. That is going to be the advantage. Here comes GBM. He's got his flash. He's going to be slowed down. Flashes forward. Double kill for Santorin. They're able to juggle the aggro. Oh, finally goes down. 6-4 NRG.
Insane back and forth here. These two teams just like to brawl, and P1 started that fight, and then they got greedy and they wanted more and more, and that ends up costing Pyrion's life as well as Zig when they maybe could have made it out of there way earlier with what they had actually picked up initially. Rather greedy.
Able to answer back effectively this time and stall out that dive and capitalize on Phoenix One's aggression. They're now putting pressure on the mid lane as OQ. He's going to get some good chip damage, brings it down to about half, but doesn't quite get the full clear. But here's that dive once again.
I think the full commit is incredibly well executed. Gate actually flash misses the Q, I believe, but it doesn't matter because they get the stun onto OQ. They get the body slam flash. Gate has no way out now. Gets rooted, I believe, there. And then, yeah, maybe they could have done that. That's a clean 2-for-1 and then back off. But they really want to get Quas. Quas is tanky, buys enough time for them to actually have Santorin reinforce. Now Santorin walks out, Pyrion goes, I can't get in this now because of all of that. Now Zig has to flash, leap away, almost goes down. The heal does hit Zig there, I believe. Oh,
that chase.
It's a good follow. And then Santorin's able to continue pushing. GBM finally gets there. Pops the ultimate for the movement speed, flash, and picks up even more in terms of assists. Gets himself a kill as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, you just take the 2-for-1, and then you shove the turret as a 3-on-2 with still having your wave clear available in the Sivir. But they got greedy for it.
Oh, they're going to collapse on a GBM. He goes.
Pyrion
the slow. Knocked back in. There goes the Nether Grasp. He can't quite follow up, though, as he's denied. The clock is ticking, and Ori's trying to chase. He trades 1-for-1.
And Santorin's getting real strong right now, and the kills are on the right people on energy. Sure, the Twitch could use some, but that Rise and having that Graves with that early advantage just makes him an absolute beast because it takes a long time before Gragas even gets tanky because he goes for the early Runic Echoes, and it just doesn't help him at all in terms of his actual durability. Just helps us clear. That's why you do it, so you can keep up with those other junglers.
Yeah, NRG are bringing the heat right now and trying to answer back. Still about 1,000, going up to 1,500 gold ahead with this. Answering the aggression of Phoenix One, not letting themselves get run around the map by Phoenix One this game. They're still reacting, but they're reacting correctly this time.
Yeah, and I do want to see more proactive plays from P1 right now because Pyrion, he got the Morellonomicon early, so his ultimate at rank 2, which it is now, is a 64-second cooldown. So every minute, roam to a lane, you can shove lanes up very easily as Malzahar WE, and then just go somewhere else. And if he ever gets a kill potential onto GBM, it just becomes a gigantic problem, but they haven't been focusing that lane as heavily. But NRG, like you said, they've been reacting appropriately. They just have to keep it up because P1, I expect them to be more proactive here.
Oh, Inori. Ah, he's going to get the ward first. There goes the Defiance, and an immediate slow prevents any further chase from NRG. This teleport comes up for both of those top laners. Instead, they get the opportunity to recall. There goes the shove from Pyrion, as you mentioned. He's got Flash and that Nether Grasp. Well, Flash is about to come off of cooldown. Continuing to ping down that bottom tier 1 turret. Phoenix One putting the pressure onto NRG. They really want this, but can't quite overcommit to it.
You see GBM goes through the red and then wards it up, and both actually started running by, figuring out, like, okay, am I going to roam the whole way? They go halfway down the river. GBM goes halfway down his jungle, and then they both end up back in mid and answer each other. So it's just this dance of, I could roam. What are you going to do about it? And it actually cost GBM, I believe, a little bit of CS underneath his turret. That's why we're seeing this type of advantage grow in that mid lane for Pyrion.
Yeah. Recalls from OQ and Kiwi Kid and no defense from Santorin means that Phoenix 1 are going to be able to finish off this bottom tier 1 turret with no answer from NRG.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened last game in terms of answering, but oh, that's a little late. Basically a fraction of a second, couple frames. That's it. Looked like it would have been on point, but that's going to be Ocean Drake going over to P1. Again, objective control, but they're going to focus Zig instead.
Yeah, Santorin shows himself top.
Hyper.
Zig, so close to Meganar. Flashes.
Good preemptive flash there because GVM didn't have to use his flash in the previous dive bottom. Or he did, sorry, he did, and now he has it back.
Trading the objectives. Phoenix 1 take that first Drake of the game. Ocean Drake secured, and then swing towards the mid lane. Diving onto Kiwi Kid. He does not stand a chance.
That's a brutal combo because he's going to point and click on you with the Nether Grasp, and then Gate is going to just auto-attack you. 100% land the Q for the stun. Oh!
Gate with the Unbreakable says, "You will not pass, sir."
At least he was polite about it. Still, Gate, well played there. Didn't overreact as well, using an exhausted or anything like that. Just holds true. This mid lane, in threat of going down, but still able to just stand up there, block the shots.
Yeah, Phoenix 1 bring it right back to a 700 gold lead as they trade the top tier 1 for the bottom and secure for themselves that first break of the game. 19 minutes in, Rift Herald is despawning in about 30 seconds, but here that is again, Santorin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that could have actually been way better for them too. That cask from... yeah,
oh man.
I mean, kind of sucks.
It happens.
But yeah, it happens. Inori maybe could have cast Santorin in because he took like half his HP in that whole combo there, and then he wouldn't have had a way to actually get out of there. It may have actually been the intent, but he knocks himself back with his R.
The collateral damage.
So,
NRG and Phoenix 1 are now set up to trade tier 1 turrets as Quas catches up with the duo to break down that bottom tier 1 turret while Mash and Gate shove on the top side. Mash again going to be left on his own while Gate recalls and is going to have to try to catch this tier 2 as NRG continue to shove forward. There goes the late trade. Turrets equalize 2 for 2.
Mash all by his lonesome, looking for that top lane turret. He will keep shoving. Phoenix 1 do this a lot. They'll keep shoving. Looks like it'll be a mid lane dive here.
Ooh.
And yeah, as soon as he sees them, Mash is like, free turret, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, Zig doesn't commit to it. He's continuing to buy time for Mash, who's splitting on the opposite side of the map, clearing out the minions as best he can.
Oh, it's Sivert. Like, as best he can is clearing the minions.
Definitely able to. GBM is going to try to chase forward. He ghosts. He's got the point and click snare. They're going to try to retreat. They've managed to catch Inori out, but he's nice and tanky. Cask separates GBM, but he kites it back out.
He's kiting him right to Gate. And, oh, they actually have a little bit of a flank
They've
here.
separated. Pyrion on the backside, though, is caught by Santorin. He's going to eat a lot of damage. Collateral damage off of cooldown. Flash used by Pyrion. Here comes the rest of Phoenix 1. They're going to try to collapse the old pincer maneuver, but that's in Quas in the back line. Stun is finally procced. Gate hops it out. Zig looking for the Meganar.
OQ.
Is he going to be able to find it? Oh, OQ goes down. There's the Meganar. A quick 2 kills. The collateral damage answers for 1, but that's 2 for Phoenix 1. Quas is continuing to buy time, but Santorin is so far away. Quas will die. Shut down. 3 for 1. Phoenix 1.
And they're going to get this middle turret because it is so low already. Phoenix 1 take the lead in this game and wrestle it away from NRG. Really well played there to actually coordinate how to do that flank. Pyrion doesn't get greedy with his flash, uses it, and then comes back into the fight, targeting OQ, who would be one of the biggest threats in the teamfight scenario here this early on with the Yomus. So singles him out, makes sure everybody piles on, and they get 2 turrets for it, as well as that top tier 2. It's 5-3 in turrets. Like, they are absolutely beasting the macro game once they're able to actually come out on top of the fight.
Yeah, Phoenix 1 showing some almost unprecedented growth. Now taking the game to NRG and looking for this game too. Here's that fight again. GBM tries to catch Inori.
Yes, I will have the lunches that they are having because obviously it's been working. The TP comes through. Mash kind of waits for the right moment to pop the ultimate, pops it, waits for Zig, so I think he actually gets a little bit of the speed up there. flash away. Yeah, Zig has it, comes in, and then jumps in as GBM flashes out. GBM has, yeah, right there. Everybody's just right on top of it. Zig has been just wailing away the entire time, and as soon as the Malzahar ulties somebody, how are you going to stop him? Quas already used his W, he already used his Q. You can't stop him in that situation, and they were still focusing him down, trying to just beat his damage output, and that allowed Zig to stand there, wailing, allowing himself to get these this Narbar up, and then just using his ultimate to finish off GBM. It's such a scattered fight, and it just feels as if NRG don't have the damage yet to deal with P1.
Yeah, Phoenix 1 back in the lead in this game. 2,200 gold with that 2-turret lead. Now it looks like NRG trying to set up a bit of a death push, but they're just not on the same page trying to chase Gate down, who's able to walk in and walk away. There's still no vision on this side of the map for Phoenix 1, but they're playing it safe. They're all grouped up. MASH is catching minions in the mid lane. And NRG finally are forced to back away as the rest of Phoenix 1 collapses. They try to turn on the Quas, separating NRG from the rest of their team. This is a very tight corridor. Quas is getting burned down. MASH is going to be able to do a lot of damage if he can. There's the collateral damage, but still, no one has died yet. Zig gets the stun against the wall. He trades it back before hopping away. Santorin has been shredding through. That's 3 members of Phoenix 1 dead to OQ.
And you're fighting in a choke point against a Twitch and a Graves, as well as
MASH.
AoE damage. Can he get the crits?
He's able to turn it around. He actually spell shields. The burn is not enough. And OQ solo kills, period. Oh, he wants it. Oh, he's going to survive. Santorin secures the ace for NRG. They're right back in this.
Yep, and gold dead even right now, but they're going to run away. They're going to start going towards a different objective. It looks like just clearing out vision at Baron, because if they back right now, everybody comes back up. They could do the Baron, but they're going to give them the task of actually getting control back, as opposed to just having to clear out that pink ward, and then they're fine. Oh, got the tag on him.
NRG find a successful fight and get themselves dead even in gold, despite still being down 2 turrets. Here that is again.
Yeah, they think that they can actually section off Quas here, but once again, he's tanky. Don't have to tell you that 3 more times in this game, because that's what's going to happen. And just OQ is like, oh yeah, by the way, let's just kill Gate, let's just have this incredible range, and really decimates the team fight, as well as Santorin. Gate does stand in front, and you think that that's going to be enough with the Unbreakable, but it's just too much damage that they even just shred through the Braum while he's using it. And this... I actually see MASH do that a lot in one-on-ones, where there really isn't anything to flash. He'll flash, I'm not sure why.
It's the zoning flash.
Yeah.
He sends a message.
I feel like if he's going to flash, he flashes over the left wall, kites him there, because there's no... I didn't believe there was a ward there. There were wards in the bushes, but if you can get sight advantage over him, maybe you win the fight. Regardless, in those high-stake one-on-ones, your heart is just pounding, man. Like, when you get up on stage, it's very different. You feel your heart in your chest. It's strange, but it's a very high adrenaline moment.
Yeah, NRG now playing around that Baron. Zig is split pushing on the far side of the map. A ward is going to spot them out as they start out this Baron. Santorin, absolutely huge. 3-0-7 is shredding through with the help of his team. It's already down to half. MASH is trying to chase in, and Nori, there goes the teleport for Zig. He's already got Meganar. Oh, is he going to get a huge shred against the wall for 4? Gate follows up with a big knockup. They're able to separate OQ. He's forced to flash away, but now Phoenix 1 have got to reset. And Nori over the wall doesn't have any backup. He goes down. Quas to the front is buying tons of time. Finally, he drops, but Pyrion and MASH are trying to kite it out. Zig lands the slow onto GBM. He's already got a Guardian Angel, so he should be fine. And that ends up being a 1-for-1 trade.
Everything all said and done, the brilliant Gnar ultimate there from Zig. Cleared the game last game, but definitely pulling Phoenix 1 out of this one and evening up the kills there again. 1-for-1, Ocean Drake for themselves. It'll be their second one if they're able to secure it.
Yeah, no response from NRG as Phoenix 1 collapse onto that Ocean Drake pit. They will be able to secure this, that second Drake. One more will spawn over the course of this game. Looks like it is going to be an Infernal Drake for that final one. Well, there might be another. There is a 1.5-minute window, but here's that fight again.
Leap in. 4 against the wall. I don't think Quas actually gets stunned there. Or actually, no, he does. He did. I think so. He has the Merc Tread, so had to watch it again, but still. Inori goes after OQ, who actually got a rather good positioning on that fight after the barrel, because he gets over the wall, he's unreachable, forces the flash out of the Gragas, and so that's why they trade 1 for 1, and they aren't able to actually get to OQ after the initial burst of the fight, but it ends up being Quas who goes down because of the Nether Grasp.
Purion now securing his blue buff. Means that he's separated from his team, and NRG are able to group up and start putting some pressure on this mid lane as they also see MASH on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, this is the worst possible place that MASH can be right now because middle is being sieged. Bottom now has drop portal in it, courtesy of Quas. So this is the lane that's not being shoved, and what turret are you going to take? You're going to go take the inhibitor turret. It's going to take a long time to get there, and your turrets are going to die before then. So you would lose 2 turrets for virtually nothing, and you'd probably have to back off as an AD carry because it's just so risky to be there by yourself.
Yeah, that bottom tier 2 is slowly getting whittled down, actually rather quickly now that the Zorat minions can make it there, the Voidlings.
Yeah, and Zig doesn't have TP, so it's hard for him to answer. This turret will probably go down due to these Voidlings, or Void spawns.
Yeah, and it's continuing to be shredded down.
It'll be close.
This might, yeah, the Void spawn is now caught on the minion wave.
Yeah, Quas goes, all right, let's just finish this. I'll finish what I started. Let's go.
However, Phoenix 1, they see him on the opposite side and start pressuring in the mid lane.
Yeah, it could be a bit of a problem for NRG. They're going to start going towards this Baron. They're going to get control of it. 3 pink wards go down. They started up immediately. They start charging that Narbar. Zig ready for combat. Oh, and so is NRG.
He's already gone into Meganar. It's chunked down to half. Phoenix 1 are in fight or flight right now, and
they're going to get flanked if they don't go now.
With NRG around the pit, Zig,
they have to make a choice.
He's got his flash. He's got his slam. Who's he going to target? Oh, let's see. He holds on to it, but Purion's already dead. It's too late as he tries to separate, and NRG collapse. This is going to be a disastrous fight for Phoenix 1. And they must be having flashbacks of their game last week.
They made the wrong choice there, and NRG punished them. 3 members on the right, 2 on the top side, and GBM has the best spacing to avoid the Gnar ultimate. Quas soaks it up, becomes a big threat, and they didn't make a decision, and that allowed NRG to get in there. So P1, they're going to have to give up this Baron as they put their tail between their legs, and they run, possibly run to a game 3.
Yeah, NRG now 4,000 gold ahead. Here that is again.
Yeah, at this point, you go onto the right side of the fight. You see Quas, you just say, okay, it's not enough for him to kill my AD carry. Maybe GBM is a problem, but you should be able to just have your Gragas ulti Quas back, ulti the Rise back, and then have the rest of your team go on the right side. You should just engage the left, engage on the right, or vice versa. Just pick one and stick with it. But otherwise, that just takes a higher level of coordination between your jungle and your top laner to really figure out what you're doing in that heated moment.
Phoenix 1 now showing some weakness in this game as NRG were able to draft a very strong composition, and time again they find themselves in the opportune position to throw it against Phoenix 1 and just pick up a 6-kill lead and now secure for themselves a Baron. Phoenix 1 are still controlling the neutral objectives. They're ahead in turrets. They do have those 2 Ocean Drakes. But they're going to have to sit back and defend for the next few minutes as NRG starts to put some pressure on these lanes.
Yeah, and OQ is now a monster. We're going to see it right here.
Wow.
There's a lot of damage even through Unbreakable.
Yep, huge damage shred onto Gate. He's still got his flash, but that means they start shoving the turret.
Yeah, it's a 3-item Twitch. You can't even counter that with the Nethergrass because he has the QSS now and the GA for GBM. So you just lost 2 really good Nethergrass targets. Quas, still not ideal, but when the Void Staff comes through from Purion, you'll be able to shred through that drop portal and the resistances he has, but it looks like it's go time for P1.
Yeah, they try to fight Zig, pops Mega, but Quas in the front is soaking so much. Gate is going to be on the front line too. Oh, the scoop is only going to pull Quas in, and Nori again separates from his team. He goes too deep to look for GBM and will drop the pickup from Santorin with a collateral damage. Gets the 2nd kill for NRG, and they aren't even done sieging.
Nope, they're not done. They're going to start getting damage on this turret. They do a lot. You have a Twitch, you have a Graves, you do so much damage to these turrets. and these minions are rather hard to clear out. So these bottom minions pushing up with the help of the Zerat portal that was placed there way earlier. And that's going to be another inhibitor turret going down, another inhibitor.
NRG making the huge swing, able to recover after a very
It's demoralizing.
Yeah, demoralizing game number 1, showing that they have got the perseverance to bring us to a game 3. 2 inhibitors down, and NRG securely in the lead.
8,000 gold now for themselves, and these items coming through. Blade of the Ruined King would be the next one here for OQ. And Zig, he's looking for the way in. He wants to leap and just bunny hop over, and he doesn't go for it. And now he has to kind of hop a little bit, and he doesn't have access to the people at the backside. Inori also looks like the body slam a little bit short there, and then they just get picked off as they're trailing behind. And that's also going to be the Drake for NRG, their first one of the game, and it's the Infernal to boot.
Yeah, that Infernal Drake now for NRG gets them right back in. Their first Drake of the entire match. In game number 1, they weren't able to secure a single one, but now with Zerat? ZZRot?
It's like, I was told it's like a bee telling you to be quiet, like J. So it's ZZRot.
Okay.
But it's too void.
I'm going to call it Zerat.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard.
We're going to go with that.
Just do it in like the moment. Just be like, yeah, that ZZRot portal in the bot lane.
Doesn't really flow off the tongue too much. But continuing to pressure that side lane, pulls Zig over there, while NRG, looking for that third inhibitor, are now sieging the top lane. And Phoenix 1 find themselves in a dire situation. They've got to try to defend against this.
Yeah.
4-0 and 12 Graves, 7-3 and 3 Twitch.
NRG, a little bit angry about that last game. Trying to turn it around here and give us a game 3, and they are well equipped to do so right now. ZZRot portal in the bot lane, continuing to push alongside those minions, the super minions. And this is the last bastion of defense here for Phoenix 1 before their Nexus is what's next on the docket for NRG. Got to make a stand here. All 5 members grouped up.
Yeah. Zig just loses his Meganar, but the minions are cleared out rather successfully. There goes the Defiance to get a good shield on the GBM, but they're continuing to pressure this wave while super minions have to be caught by Zig on the far side. Still no sign of Meganar. He's just now able to get that rage back, while Furion waiting out of vision, hoping for a stray Twitch to walk into range, but there's no chance.
And he's still going to QSS it, right?
There goes a teleport under the turret. They're going to shove forward. There's the Defiance nice and late on the hunt to try to kite this out. Teleport and a big ultimate used by Mash. Zig. Oh, he's got Meganar. He's got Flash.
He wants to do the hop in, but he can't. He can't do the leap. No double leap. They're just buying time right now.
Yeah.
They're allowing for the super minions to hit that bottom Nexus turret. So Zig has to go answer it. Zig will lose Meganar. He won't have access to it. This is the go time for NRG to get this turret, deal some damage to it.
Minions getting cleared out left and right. Stun onto Quas. He dashes to Inori, who's gone too far forward. Gets snared. Knock up on the Kiwi Kid. OQ, he cleanses the Nether Grab.
That's fast.
Backs out Quas. He's going to try to lock down Zig. He's starting to build that rage up once again. GBM in the front. Pyrion gets some damage onto Quas. They're trading these abilities back and forth, but no one has died, and no one looks to be giving up the siege. On the hunt on cooldown, used by Mash. GBM in the front. Oh, gosh. Oh, not going to pop that Guardian Angel, though.
Yeah, Zerat portal used by Quas, just putting it right down here, and Zig is having to fight minions to keep his base alive. It is struggling below a half here on that bottom Nexus turret. He would have loved to have been able to back and then TP re-engage that and have a large advantage for his team, but he had to take care of those minions. They would have taken the turret.
Phoenix 1, after an extended siege, successfully defend and hold on to their final inhibitor. Now Baron has just spawned, and Phoenix One's inhibs are coming back up, so they might get an opportunity of reprieve to try to bring this back and close out this series. But NRG look almost unstoppable right now.
Yeah, they have to get OQ and catch him unawares, catch him off guard. He was very vigilant, very on top of using his QSS as soon as the Nethergrass came out. So he wasted the ability from Purion, which is one of the main abilities of his kit at the moment. Other than that, he has to land that silence onto GBM. And it looks like Baron may be on the table here for NRG as the next point of focus as they pink ward it and they start it up.
Oh, there's a ward in the back that they don't quite see. Baron already chunked down to half. It's being shredded.
Nori's coming in.
Is he going to look for the hero steal? He does not get it, but here comes the rest of Phoenix One, and Nori has got to be careful. He's eating huge damage from Santorin, and there goes the kill. Zig is not able to save him, while Gate in the front is left behind by the rest of Phoenix One. Mash dies to the AoE. Collateral damage from OQ, while Purion will try to run away, but there is no escaping NRG as they continue to chase him down. He will drop to the pressure from NRG, while Zig will be forced to sit back from the Nexus and watch as NRG shove forward with the Baron buff, with the minion wave, and bring us to a game number 3. They're even going to be able to get the kill on top of it.
Yeah, there's 20 seconds on Inori, though, so they may just get these turrets. We'll see, because Gragas is going to be up. It is 5 members strong for NRG, but it's going to be cutting it a little close here. Yeah. But it looks like they're still going to be able to do it. You were right all along, Dom.
They've got all the damage and all the time they need. 39 minutes in, almost as if in answer. NRG are able to take us to a game 3.
And this is a battle for that 7th place right now.